Hey guys, we are back for another quick video. And in this video, we're gonna go over one simple hack that I've actually found and utilized to expand my print-on-demand business from Etsy onto other platforms. So if you guys are anything like me, you're always looking for ways to grow your business very quickly and expand onto new platforms and channels. And a lot of times that can be really time consuming if you have to manually upload designs to other platforms. One really simple hack I've found to help with this process is to actually download your Etsy data of all of your listings and use that as a framework for adding your products onto other platforms, whether it be Spreadshirt or Redbubble, maybe Shopify, or maybe even Amazon Seller Central. So stay tuned because in this video, we're going to get into it. If you guys get some value out of this, I encourage you to leave a little thumbs up. That does help my channel out. And obviously subscribe to the channel if you guys are interested in learning more about how to grow your print-on-demand business. So let's hop right in. All right, guys, so here we are in the computer screen. Again, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you guys want to learn more about some of these tactics that I'm finding and using with my print-on-demand business. That's what we talk about here on the channel. And this is going to be a very quick video, a quick tip on one little hack that I've actually found to help me expanding and growing my print-on-demand business. So one of the big problems that you run into, especially if you are a seller that has, hundreds or thousands of designs, is that it can be very, very time consuming to take them from one platform and expand them to the other. So for example, if you guys are using Etsy and you have, let's say, a couple hundred designs on Etsy, or maybe you have a couple thousand designs on Etsy. I know on my main store, I have about 2,000 designs. For me to take my products from Etsy and go over to Spreadshirt or Redbubble or Shopify or Amazon Seller Central, it's going to be very, very time consuming for me to really download those designs, rewrite the title, copy it, put everything in those other platforms. I'm either going to have to do that myself and spend a ton of time doing it, or I'm going to have to pay maybe a virtual assistant to do it, which means I'm spending more money out of pocket, which is less money in my pocket, right? So if we look at this store, for example, they are doing very well, 14,000 designs in a year and a half, which is incredible. And they have about 227 designs, right? So again, if they wanted to go and take all these designs and put them on Spreadshirt, what they would have to do is download each of these design files. Then they're going to have to copy this title. They're going to have to take this price. They're going to have to get all these variations here and the different prices. They're going to have all these different color options they have to download. They have, descriptions. So I don't see a description on this one, but here we go. So they're going to have these descriptions here. They're going to have tags, all of that stuff. So to go one by one and build an Excel file with that is going to take a long time. And so what the tactic that we're talking about is using Etsy's built-in platform to actually download all of our listing data and take it and put it into an Excel file. And what this does is this allows us to build a framework, whether it's just for us to store this information, maybe we need it as a backup for Etsy in case something happens to our store, or maybe we want to use this to expand onto other platforms and just make that process a little bit quicker. Well, fortunately, there's a really simple way to do that, and that's already built into Etsy. So I have a sample store here. I'll just show you guys really quick. So this is one of my sample stores. You guys can see there's only 7 designs in here. So I have one t-shirt and then 6 of these different wall prints. And if we go look at the t-shirt, you guys will see here. So we have the title, we have the price, I have a description here. And then I have 2 different color options. So black and white. I have all these different size options. And then I obviously have my tags that are set in the back end. Now, if you guys are trying to do this quickly, it's very, very simple to do. So we're going to come in here and go to, in our shop manager, go over to settings, and then click on options here. Now, there's going to be a few different tabs at the top you guys will see. The one that we want to choose is download data. And this very first option here is currently for sale listings. Now, one thing I want to point out here is that obviously this is not going to be useful if you guys have all inactive listings or listings that are out of stock. This is only going to be capturing the data for the ones that are actually showing on your Etsy page, so the ones that are live for sale. So in my case, again, I have 7 of these. So what we're going to want to do is just hit download CSV, and I've already downloaded this and opened it for you guys, so I'm going to show you what it looks like. So we'll hop over here and you guys will see here, this is exactly what this file will look like. So notice here we have 7 different designs. We have that t-shirt right here, and then these ones are the wall designs. So the information that it outputs is exactly what's showing on Etsy, right? The title, the description, the price that we have it listed for, the currency, the quantity. Then one really useful one, the tags. So you guys can see here, some of my products I haven't put tags in just because this is, for example, purposes only, but some of these I have inputted tags in. And so it's pulling all these tags out and putting them here. It's going to grab materials for us. And then one really useful thing, especially if you guys are doing uploads onto Seller Central, which they allow bulk file feed uploads, is they're going to require that you have an image that they can grab. So if we take this link and we put it into our URL here, you guys will see it's grabbing that image from the listing. So it's taking this image here and putting it here and then downloading it into this Excel file for us. And same if we look at the other variation, we can see it's also pulling the white one. So right away, when we go in to do an upload on Seller Central, that's one less step that we actually have to fill out, right? So with that Seller Central Excel file, we already have our title, we have our description, we have our price that we want to sell, the number of units that we have available, the tags, which can be used in the keyword section on Seller Central. If we have materials inputted, then we can also have those go into the Seller Central file. We have our images right here. And then we're going to get into the variations. So we have variation number 1, which is going to be for the shirt colors and for the posters sizes. And you guys can see here, so on the posters, I don't have any variations, but for the shirt, as I showed you, we have the black and white. So those will be listed here. And then the second variation is going to be sizes. So we have small, medium, large, XL, etc., etc. So right here, this makes it super simple. Now we have this framework to use when we're going to make these other upload files. Now, where does this come in handy, right? How can we actually use this? Well, the first thing I want to point out is you guys should be careful when checking the platform that you're uploading to. If they have terms of service that state that you can't use these, you might need to be careful about how you go about this. So I know Shopify, you can use bulk file feed uploads, Amazon Seller Central. Some of the other platforms, you definitely want to take the extra time to look at it. But this can be used with, this Excel file template can be used with tools like Lazy Merch, which I have no affiliation with, but I've seen a lot of people using this software, which automatically uses an upload service to upload designs to different platforms. So you guys can see here, they can upload to Spreadshirt, to Teespring, to Redbubble, etc. So what they require, though, is you have to upload an Excel file. And so now the really cool thing is we already have this Excel file that we're working on. So here's some examples from Lazy Merch. So I'm just going to show you. So for example, their template requires these things at the top. So the design, where is the design located? Now this one you will have to do manually. You're going to have to choose the location on your computer and put that in here. But then we're going to have to add the input language. But again, we can just drag and drop this. All of these are going to be in English. Then the title. Well, guess what? We've just gotten these titles from over here. So I'm just copying and pasting these titles in here. So essentially we're just reformatting this data that we have and we're putting it in here, right? We have the description. So you guys can see here that description that we've gathered right from here. We are copying those and then pasting them directly into this field as well. Those tags, guess what? We already have our tag section as well. So we can take the tags from our download and put those in here as well. And then we have the product colors. So again, we can copy the colors off of this sheet. So I have white and black. So I can go over here. And this example, by the way, is for Redbubble. So this is what Lazy Merch requires for Redbubble. And then our color scheme. So white would be, this FFF hex symbol. And then black, I don't know off the top of my head, but you can put black in there. And then we have adults only. So obviously we're indicating if it's for adults or if anyone can buy this shirt. So in this case, I'm just putting a 0. Anyone can buy this shirt. And again, guys, if you're doing this with apparel, this is super useful because with apparel, you guys know how it is. I have white and black, and then I have all of these variations for each one. So with this, it makes it a little bit easy. I can easily create a Excel template for this. So for example, for my shirts, I could add in, a bunch of different rows here for my different variations, right? So if I needed to add in variation rows, so you don't need to do this, for example, with Redbubble or Spreadshirt, but for Amazon Seller Central, I would have to, copy this in, and then I'd have to put in the size, small, and then I'd have to put in the color, blah, blah, blah. So if you guys are interested, let me know. I can always make another video on doing an upload a little bit more in depth. Today, I just wanted to show you guys this quick tactic for actually getting your information. And we'll look at one final example here, which is Spreadshirt. Very similar. So you guys can see here, this is the template. So we need to indicate where the design is. What market are we putting it on? .com. All right, and then I can just drag that all the way down for all my designs. English, again, I can drag that down. Title, again, I can just copy my information right off here. So it makes it really, really quick to just go through this process. So let's grab these, put those in here. I have my descriptions. So I can put all this information in description, tags. Then I have a template name already made on Spreadshirt, the marketplace, the shop if I'm going to put it on my shop, and then how much money I want to make on each design, $5. Right? So just like that, it's pretty simple. We can easily go through and do this for 100 designs, 1,000 designs, etc. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. Again, if you want me to go a little bit more in depth, leave a comment below and let me know what platform you want help with, and I will work on making another video for that. But if you guys got some value out of this, I encourage you again to leave a thumbs up on this video and subscribe to the channel if you guys are interested in learning more about these tricks and tactics that I'm using with my print-on-demand business. And just growing these online passive income streams to help kind of grow and, live a little bit more of the lifestyle that we want to live. So with that being said, check the description down below. I'm always putting the links to everything that I mentioned in these videos. And until next time, I hope you guys stay healthy and well and your businesses keep growing. Cheers.